Hello dear students, last time we are studying the inclined plane, motion of block on inclined plane, so we'll continue with that. Okay, so this is the next problem on that. This is an inclined plane, this is a block, sorry, on an inclined plane of inclination, angle of inclination 37 degree, an external force of 100 newtons applied on it. Mass of the block is given, that's 2 kg. Question is calculate normal reaction on the block due to the inclined plane, and B part is that calculate the acceleration of the block, okay, down the inclined plane or up the inclined plane. Okay, so let's write. So first of all, identify how many forces are there. Construct free body diagram for this. There are obviously only two forces on this block. Okay. In addition, this 100 Newton, and one is normal reaction, and that will be along this direction. So in this direction, there is a force normal reaction, and in the downward direction, vertically downwards, there is a force, and that's what? That's weight. In the vertically downward direction, there is a force, that is weight. Okay. And how much is that weight? That weight is simply equal to 20 Newton. Okay. Mg, that's 20 Newton. Height, mass is 2 kg, so the weight will be 20 Newton. Okay. Now next what I will do is this block will obviously accelerate in this direction. So this is the direction of the acceleration. Fine. So this will be the direction of the acceleration. Okay. Now we have to choose the coordinate system, and the choice of coordinate system must be such that x-axis must be in the direction of the acceleration, and y-axis must be perpendicular to the direction of acceleration. That means this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis here. Okay. Okay, so this is the coordinate system. Then next what we will do is this, resolve only those forces which are neither along the x-axis nor along the y-axis. Okay, so normal reaction here, it's along the y-axis, will not resolve a normal reaction. This 20 Newton, it's neither along x nor along y, will resolve this. 100 Newton, neither along x nor along y, will resolve this as well. Okay, so let's try to first of all resolve this 20 Newton into two rectangular components. So this angle will be obviously 37 degree. Okay, so this will be how much? This is 20 cos of 37. 20 cos of 37 degree. Okay, cos 37 how much? That is 4 divided by 5. 20 into 4 divided by 5, that's equal to 16, and this will be here 12. Okay, 20 sin 37, sin 37 is 3 by 5. 20 into 3 divided by 5 will be 12 Newton. Okay, then next we will resolve this 100 Newton into two rectangular components, one along this, another along this. This is 37, so ये angle भी कितना होगा बेटा? 37 degree. Okay, so this will be here 100 cos of 37. Cos 37 is 4 divided by 100, and 4 divided by 5 is 80, so this is 80 Newton, and this will be here 60 Newton. Okay, it will be 100 into sin 37. Sin 37 is 3 divided by 5. 100 in 3 divided by 5 is 60 Newton. Right? Okay, so we have resolved. Okay, now how many forces are there acting on the block? Now there are 5 different forces acting on the block. One is 16 Newton, 12 Newton, 60 Newton, 80 Newton, and normal reaction. Okay, so let's first of all calculate this normal reaction. Okay, so A parts there we have to calculate the normal reaction. Okay, now the block will accelerate along the x-axis in this direction. This force is shorter. This is 12 Newton, this is 80 Newton, so this is greater compared to this. So because of this greater force, this block will accelerate in the upward direction along the inclined plane in this direction, and the acceleration of the block in this direction is simply equal to 0. That means the acceleration of the block along the y direction is 0, which in turn implies that the summation of all the forces along the y direction must be equal to 0. Okay, then so that means this force upwards must be equal to the force in the downward direction. Okay, so this force, this here N. So how many forces are there along the y direction? One is N, another is 60 Newton, another is this 60 Newton. Okay, so we'll start from here. So N will be equal to, it will be obviously equal to 16 plus 60, so normal direction becomes obviously equal to 76 Newton. Okay, so that the net force along this direction must be equal to 0. Okay na beta? Now next is that B part, we have to calculate what? We have to calculate the acceleration along the x direction. So acceleration along the x direction will be equal to summation of all the forces along the x divided by summation of all the masses. Okay, now how many forces are there along the x-axis? There are obviously two forces along the x-axis. So take that force positive which is along x-axis, and that negative which is opposed to x-axis. So acceleration will be equal to, along this we have 80 Newton, minus along this we have 12 Newton opposed to x-axis, divided by mass. There's only one mass, that's 2 kg. 80 minus 12 is how much? That's equal to 68, divided by 2, so that is 34 meter per second square. So ये रहा इसका आंसर. So this is the acceleration of the block, it's up the inclined plane, and this is the normal reaction. Okay beta? Simply what you have to do is this, identify all the forces. Don't resolve those forces which are along the x or along the y, but resolve those which are neither along the x nor along the y. Then accordingly to the problem. Okay, so pause screen and write it out. Okay, another example of same format. It is asked in AIMS 2017. The question is like this: this is a block of mass M. It is placed in inclined plane. Angle theta is the angle of inclination. External force F is applied on this block. Question is simply calculate normal reaction. We do not calculate the acceleration, but we have to calculate only normal reaction. Okay. So how many forces? Again, three different forces: external, normal reaction, weight. Weight will be in this direction. Now there are two components of weight. One component along this direction. How much is that? Mg cos theta. Another component in this direction. How much is that? Mg sin theta. So let's resolve this f. So this is theta. So this will be f cos theta, and this force will be f sin theta. F sin theta. Okay. So again, this block will accelerate in this direction. In this direction, acceleration is 0. Means that upward force is equal to downward force. So simply this normal reaction M will be equal to this mg cos theta plus this one f sin theta. Simple. So this is the answer. Here is the answer. ठीक है ना बेटा? We have resolved mg into 2 and f into 2. Then in this direction there is normal reaction. Downwards is mg cos theta. Downwards is f sin theta. So this plus this must be equal to this. So that the net force along this is 0. So answer is this. Okay. So please agree, write it down. Okay, another example on the same inclined plane. This is a block of mass M. It is placed at the top of the inclined plane. The length of this inclined plane is given, that is S, distance S, and this angle of inclination is theta. It is a smooth inclined plane. Now the question is, this block will go from this point. Suppose this is here point A. It will go from point A to point B. Calculate the time taken by the block to go from point A to point B. Number one. Number second is that its initial velocity is 0 because it is released from the top of the inclined plane. Implies initial velocity is, so here its velocity u, that's equal to 0. Initial velocity of the block is 0. We have to calculate what is the velocity of the block when it reaches here. What is the velocity of the block when it reaches here? At this very point we have to calculate what is the velocity of the block. Fine. Okay, so let's try to calculate it. So it's a kinematics question. Okay, so first of all we know what's the acceleration of the block down the inclined plane, and how much is that? That's obviously equal to g sin theta. Okay, we have already calculated that acceleration is in this direction, and how much is that acceleration? That is g sin theta. Okay, so here I will write down first of all acceleration is equal to g sin theta. Now next what we have to calculate is time taken. Okay, so I will use the equation of motion because this a equal to g sin theta is a constant. It's a constant. So acceleration from this point to this point, it's constant. So it's a uniformly accelerated motion. That means we can use the equation of motion. Now the equation of motion here we'll use is this, that is s is equal to ut plus 1 by 2 at square. Okay, so what is the initial velocity? That is 0. So this term will vanish, and then we have to calculate time. So s will be equal to 1 by 2 at square. So that means this twice s divided by a under root of this will be equal to t, which in turn implies that t is equal to under root of 2s divided by a. Now we'll replace this a के बदले हम क्या लिखेंगे बेटा? g sin theta. So this is the answer. So this is the time taken by the block to go down the inclined plane. Okay. The next part, B part, is that we have to calculate the velocity at the base of inclined plane. Obviously we'll use which equation? We'll use this very equation, that v square minus u square is equal to 2as, because we know initial velocity is 0, we know acceleration, we know s. So from there we can calculate velocity. This initial velocity is 0, so v is equal to under root of 2as. v is equal to under root of 2a के बदले हम क्या लिखेंगे? g sin theta multiplied by s. So this is the answer. Okay, so this is the velocity at the base of the inclined plane. ठीक है ना बेटा? Now for example, if s is not given to us, but rather h is given to us, the height of the inclined plane, we can write down here, we can calculate here sin theta, and the sin theta is perpendicular, which is h, divided by hypotenuse, that is s. So this in turn implies that s is equal to h divided by sin theta, okay, or s sin theta, sorry. We can write like this as well, s into sin theta is equal to h. Okay, na beta? Okay, so we can write down one more equation, v is equal to under root of 2g s sin theta, will replace it by height h. So this one more equation. It depends on whether s is given, s and theta is given, or whether h is given to us. So from there we can calculate. Take it, beta? Okay, so pause screen, write it down. Important problem. Okay, we'll be repeating this type of problem again in the friction, okay, and in that very case it will be a rough inclined plane, okay. Okay, now next topic is motion of bodies in contact. Okay, so example number one, and this is a block placed on a horizontal surface. This is a rigid horizontal surface. It's placed on it. These are two different blocks, mass m1, mass m2. They are again placed on the horizontal surface like this. Three different blocks, okay, piled like this, and then placed on the horizontal surface, a rigid horizontal surface. Okay. Now the question is calculate the contact force of the normal direction and the different contact surface. Now here we have one contact surface, so you have to calculate normal direction here or the contact force. Two contact surface, one here, another here. You have to calculate that. Okay. So suppose this here point A, point B, and then here this here suppose point A, this here point B, this here point C. So at different points, this point A. So at different points you have to calculate what? Normal direction or the contact force. Okay, na beta? Simply this block is at rest. Now how many forces are there acting on this block? Obviously there are two forces. One is in the down, one is in the upward direction, that is normal direction. Another is the downward direction, that is mg. Okay. So simply the example number one, I will solve here example number one. In example number one, normal direction m is simply equal to mg. That's it. Normal direction is how much? That is equal to mg or at the point A. Okay. Then example number two. Now concentrate on this. So we have to first of all calculate what is the contact force at the point A. Okay. So at the point A, how many forces are there? So let's construct here free body diagram at the point A. So this example number one. Then here example number two, solution of the example number two. Now there is point A. Ab dhyan rakho beta, this here point A for example. Now at the point A, how many forces are there? One force is in the upward direction. That's a contact force, normal direction. That's NA. A implies that at the contact surface A or at the contact point A. ठीक है ना बेटा? In the downward direction there is weight, and this weight is because of both. So that m1 plus m2 multiplied by g, which implies that this normal direction in A is simply equal to m1 plus m2 multiplied by g. That's it. ठीक है ना बेटा? Because the entire system is at rest, means net force must be equal to 0. So force in the upward direction must be equal to force in the downward direction. Okay. Now at the point B, ab dhyan rakho beta, at point B. So here we have this is point B. This point B, this one. At point B, there is a normal direction, the upward direction, that's MB. And B stands for the point B. And at the point B, there is weight only because of M2, not because of M1. At this point, there is force because of M1G as well as because of M2G. But at the point B, there is a force only because of this M2. So in the downward direction, there is a force that is equal to M2 multiplied by G. Implies that normal direction at point B is simply equal to m2 multiplied by g. ठीक है बेटा? Okay, so this is part 2. Then there is part 3 as well. Example number 3 as well. Okay. So in the same way, now what you can do is this: without constructing the free body diagram, you can directly write normal direction at point A is contributed. Pressing force at point A is contributed by all the three masses. Pressing force at point B is contributed by these two masses. Pressing force at this point is contributed by only this mass. That means the contact force at any surface is contributed by all those masses that lie above that point. Okay, so that means normal direction at this point. What are the masses above? That is m1, m2, m3. So I will write like this: m1 plus m2 plus m3 multiplied by g. That's it. Normal direction at the point B. Now how many masses are above this? So that's m2 and m3. So that's m2 plus m3 multiplied by g. The normal direction at the point C will be simply equal to m3 multiplied by g. Take na beta? As simple as that. Okay. Then here I will write down the important trick. Okay. So here I will write down that trick. The trick is like this: that n is due to masses above. Masses above that contact surface. That contact surface. Okay. So simply you can use this trick and calculate normal direction orally. At this point there is only one mass above, so normal direction at this point is mg. At this point it is m1 plus m2 multiplied by g. At this point it is m2g. At this point it is m1 plus m2 plus m3 multiplied by g. At this point m2 plus m3 multiplied by g. At this point m3 multiplied by g. As simple as that. ठीक है ना बेटा? Okay. So pause the screen, write it down. Okay, so we have one more example of this type. Same question, calculate normal reaction at point A, at point B, at point C, at point D. So the shortest trick is that normal reaction at any point is contributed by those mass that lie above and not contributed by those mass that lie below. ठीक है ना बेटा? Okay. Now normal reaction at point A, अब ध्यान रखो बेटा, will be simply equal to masses above, that is 4 plus 6 plus 10 plus 5 multiplied by G. So that's how much? This 4 plus 6 is 10, 10 plus 10 is 20, 20 plus 5 is 25. So 25 multiplied by 10, that's 250 Newton. ठीक है ना बेटा? Normal action at point A is 250 Newton. Okay. Next, you want to calculate what? Normal action at point B. So normal action at point B will be equal to, it will be contributed by the masses that lie above. So that is 6 plus 10 plus 5 multiplied by G. That's equal to 10 plus 6, 16. 16 plus 5 is 21 multiplied by 10. So the answer is 210 Newton. This is the normal reaction at the point B. Then you want to calculate normal reaction at the point C. At the point C, normal reaction again because of the mass above. That is 10 plus 5 multiplied by G. That is 15 into 10, which is 150 Newton. Then normal reaction at the point D. So here I will write down that normal reaction at the point D will be again because of the masses that lie above. There's only one mass, that is 5 multiplied by G. So that's 5 multiplied by 10. That's equal to 50 Newton. Okay. Now suppose that there is one more point like this point E. You want to calculate normal reaction at the point E. It's obviously equal to 0 because there's no mass above. Okay, so obviously the normal reaction at this point must be equal to 0. Okay, so pause screen, write it down. Okay, अब ध्यान रखो बेटा, similar question, but this time the block is placed on a horizontal surface, and this horizontal surface or this elevator, this box, is accelerating in the upper direction with an acceleration of a. And again you will have to calculate acceleration, sorry, normal reaction at this contact point A, and here at point A and at the point B. ठीक है ना बेटा? So let's try to calculate it. अब ध्यान रखो बेटा. So I will construct a free body diagram for this. Okay, then I will show a shortcut trick as well. Okay, so free body diagram at this point, and this point how many forces are there? There is one force normal direction in the upward direction, and there's another force in the downward direction, that's weight of the block mg. And this point whose mass is m, it's accelerating upwards with an acceleration of a. ठीक है ना बेटा? Okay, it's accelerating upwards with an acceleration of a. So simply I will use Newton's second law of motion. So Newton's NLM second, I will use Newton's second law of motion. And what's Newton's second law of motion? It's like this: summation of all the forces is equal to mass is equal to m multiplied by a. Okay. Now how many forces are there? One is normal reaction, another is weight. Take those forces positive which are in the direction of acceleration. Those forces negative which are opposite to the direction of acceleration. That means in the direction of acceleration is m minus mg is equal to m multiplied by a. That means m is equal to mg plus ma, or I can write it like this: n is equal to m into g plus a. ठीक है ना बेटा? So this is the normal reaction. Okay. Now for example, if acceleration is equal to 0, if suppose acceleration is equal to 0, that means suppose the elevator is at rest, so its velocity is 0, obviously acceleration is also equal to 0. When acceleration is 0, normal reaction is equal to mg as expected. That's what we expect. ठीक है ना बेटा? Okay, now concentrate on this example, example number 6. Okay, so simple: construct free body diagram, use Newton's second law of motion, you will calculate the normal reaction, that's m into g plus e. Fine. Next, now concentrate on this. Okay, so let's first of all calculate the normal reaction at the point A. So suppose that this is point A, this point A. Okay, now what is the mass of the mass at this very point? That is m1 plus m2. Okay, so in the downward direction there is a force, that's how much? m1 plus m2 multiplied by g, weight. In the upward direction there is a normal reaction, that is m a at the point A. ठीक है ना बेटा? And this particle, it accelerates in the upward direction with what acceleration? With an acceleration of a. With an acceleration of a. Now you want to calculate what normal reaction at the point A. So simply again you will use the Newton's second law of motion, and LM second. You will use the Newton's second law of motion. And what's Newton's second law of motion? That's like this: that summation of all the force is equal to mass into acceleration. ठीक है ना बेटा? Now how many forces are there? Two force, 1, 2. So two forces are there. Take this force positive, take this force negative. So ma minus m1 plus m2 multiplied by g is equal to total mass. Total mass of the system is how much? m1 plus m2 multiplied with the acceleration a. ठीक है ना बेटा? We have to calculate this. normal reaction, and A, it will be equal to m1 plus m2 multiplied by g plus E, like this. Okay, so this is normal reaction in the point A. ठीक है ना बेटा? And the same, you want to calculate normal reaction at point B, it will be simply like this. Simply mass above. So mass above here was m1 plus m2, and here mass above is m2 multiplied by g plus E. Multiplied by g plus E. ठीक ना बेटा? Okay, so simply I will write down here a short trick. I write down here a short trick, and that's like this: normal reaction is equal to sum of mass above, summation of mass above multiplied by g plus minus A. Normal reaction at any contact point is summation of mass above into g plus minus A, plus upwards comma minus downwards. Accelerating upwards, then accelerating downwards, then negative, then accelerating upwards, then positive. ठीक है ना बेटा? Okay, so we'll do one more example on this. First of all, concentrate on this. I will again explain it to you. Okay, so this point here. Construct free body diagram. ऊपर की दिशा में normal reaction, नीचे की दिशा में weight. Use Newton's second law of motion. That is simply summation of all the forces equal to mass to the acceleration. There are two forces. Take this positive, take this negative. Positive, negative equal to ma, and equal to this. So this. ठीक है ना बेटा? Okay, you can again see that if acceleration becomes equal to 0, then this becomes m1 plus m2 multiplied by g as expected, that it's contributed by the mass above. Okay, and here as well contribute by the mass above. Okay, so then normal reaction at the point B will be equal to how much? M2 multiplied by g plus A. Simply summation of all the force equal to m into A. This is the free body diagram. Take this positive, take this negative, positive, negative equal to summation of all the mass m1 plus m2 multiplied by A. Then from there you can calculate normal reaction at point A. The same way normal reaction at the point B will be this. Fine. Okay, pause screen, write it down. Okay, let's do this example. 3 different blocks, 10 kg, 6 kg, 4 kg. Placed inside a box or an elevator. This elevator is accelerating upwards with an acceleration of 2 meters per second square. Question is calculate normal reaction at point A, at point B, at point C. ठीक है ना बेटा? Okay. So the trick here is this. The short trick is this. That normal reaction at any point is equal to summation of all the masses that are above multiplied by g plus minus E, plus when accelerating upwards or retarding downwards, and minus, so here I will write down plus when it is accelerating upwards, accelerating up, or retarding down, and negative sign when it is accelerating downwards, or retarding up, or retarding upwards. Okay, so using this trick we can calculate normal reaction. So let's first of all calculate normal reaction at the point A. A part is this, normal reaction at the point A. ठीक ना बेटा? Let's try to calculate the normal reaction at the point A. So simply first of all we have to calculate what are the mass above, that is 10, 6, 4. All the three masses are above the point A. So I will write here 10 plus 6 plus 4 multiplied by g plus A, plus because it's accelerating upwards. That's equal 10 plus 6 is 16, 16 plus 4 is 20, multiplied by g is 10, A is 2, so that's 12. So it will be equal to 240 Newton. So this is the normal reaction at the point A. ठीक है ना बेटा? In the same way, you want to calculate, for example, normal reaction at the point B. How much it will be? Mass above the point B, there are two masses. One is 6, another is 4, multiplied by g plus A. That is 10 multiplied by 12. So that's equal to 120 Newton. So this is the normal reaction above the point B. Okay. Then the normal reaction above the point C, at the point C, sorry, will be equal to mass above, that is simply 4 multiplied by g plus A. So that's equal to 4 multiplied by 12, which is 48 Newton. Done. Okay. This is the way we can do it. Okay. You try this example. The example color. Suppose that there are 3 blocks. Let's take 3 different blocks. Okay. Let's again take this is here 10 kg. This is 7 kg. This is 3 kg. Okay. 3 different blocks. And this whole system is going in the downward direction with acceleration A equal to 2 meters per second. And again there are three different points: point A, point B, point C. Question is calculate normal reaction. We'll have to calculate what is normal reaction at the point A, at point B, at point C. This one more example. Okay, and this home assignment for you. I'm sure you can do this. Okay, simply what you have to do is this same equation you have to use, but here you will write down not G plus A, but instead you will write G minus A, so that this becomes 8 instead of 12. It becomes 8, 8, and 8. Okay, I'm sure you can do this example yourself. Okay, so pause screen, write down. Okay, now the question is like this. These are blocks that are placed on the horizontal surface. Okay, so block A, block B, this horizontal surface is smooth, and external force F is applied on the block A. As the result of it, they will get accelerated in this direction. Okay, so calculate contact force between A and B. Also calculate the acceleration. Calculate contact force and acceleration. Here I will write down, and acceleration of the blocks. Acceleration of blocks. They move the same acceleration. Okay, simply force applied on this block A will in turn push the block B, so both the blocks will move in this direction with an acceleration of A, and you will have to calculate what's the acceleration. Take it a bit. Okay, so let's first of all calculate the acceleration. Okay, so A part is this. We'll try to calculate the acceleration. First of all, let's calculate acceleration, then calculate the contact force. Okay, acceleration will be obviously simply equal to summation of all the forces divided by summation of all the masses, all the external forces. Take it a bit. Okay, so external force is only this capital A. There is force like this: normal action upwards M1G, normal action upwards M2G. They will cancel each other. Then there's a contact force between these two as well. They will also cancel each other. Okay, so if I will construct the free body diagram for this entire system, it's like this. This here M1 plus M2. Okay, and an external force F is applied in this direction, which accelerates in the forward direction. Taken a bit. So simply acceleration is equal to summation of all the force, external force, that is only F, divided by M1 plus M2. This is the acceleration of the system. As simple as that. And this will be the acceleration of A as well as acceleration of B. This acceleration of A equal to acceleration of B equal to A, which is in turn equal to F divided by M1 plus M2. Simply like this. Both have same acceleration, that's like this. F divided by M1 plus M2. Taken a bit? Okay. Then again I will show a shortcut trick for this as well. Okay. So first of all, let's calculate the contact force. Let's calculate. Now the part B is there. Calculate the contact force between the blocks A and block B. Okay. So let's try to calculate the contact force. In order to calculate contact force, ab dhyan rakho beta. So this force F is applied on the block A. The block A will in turn push the block B in the forward direction. The block B will in turn push the block A in the backward direction. They will form action reaction pair like this. Like this. This is the force. This is the contact force, and this also contact force. This is a contact force on B due to A. This is a contact force on A due to B. They will form action reaction pair. Taken a beta. Now, if we want to calculate the contact force either on the A or on the B, they will be obviously equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. I have to do this, that I have to construct the separate free body diagram for the block B or for the block A. I have submitted beta. Either I have to construct the separate free body diagram for B or separate free body diagram for A. Okay, so let's construct the free body diagram for that. So B part here, let's construct the free body diagram for block B. So here I will write down FBD, free body diagram for block B. Free body diagram for block B. So this is block B. This is block B. Okay, its mass is M2. Okay, now how many forces are there on this M2? There's contact force, and that's in the forward direction like this. It is contact force. This is the force with which the block A will push the block B in the forward direction. Taken a bit. There is normal action as well in the upward direction. There is weight. Okay, but I will not show those forces because those forces will be equal and opposite. Taken a bit. Okay, and this block accelerates in the forward direction with the acceleration of A. Okay, so simply I will use here Newton's second law of motion. And what's Newton's second law of motion? That's like this: mass into acceleration summation of all the forces is equal to mass into acceleration. Taken a bit. Now how many forces are there on this block in this direction? So that's simply Fc on contact force. That will be equal to contact force will be equal to mass. Mass of this block is m2 multiplied by acceleration. Acceleration is A. Fc will be equal to m2 multiplied by A. We have already calculated. That's this equation of first. Equation of first gives the acceleration and substitute here. So this will be F divided by m1 plus m2. So the contact force Fc is equal to m2 divided by m1 plus m2 multiplied by capital F. This is the contact force between the two. Okay, You can construct free body diagram for M1, answer will be exactly same. But to construct free body diagram for M1, it's a bit difficult because there will be two forces, one is capital F, another is FC, and then equation will be, ultimate result will be exactly same. ठीक है ना बेटा? Okay, so pause screen, write it down. Okay, so contact force is this M2 divided by, yes or no beta? Okay, pause screen, write it down. Okay, another example, example number 2. Now again we have the external force, that is capital F, applied on this block. As a result of it, all the three blocks will accelerate in the forward direction. In this direction, all the blocks will accelerate. Now the question is calculate acceleration of the blocks, which will be same. And number next is that calculate the contact force between the two blocks. Okay, between this block and this block and this block, and there are two contact points. One contact point is here, another contact point is here. Suppose this contact point number 1 and this contact point number 2. Okay, beta? So first of all, let's calculate acceleration. So A part is that we have to calculate. Acceleration will be again summation of all the external forces divided by summation of all the masses. There's only one external force, that is capital F, so it will be capital F divided by summation of all the masses, that is M1 plus M2 plus M3. It's very easy to calculate acceleration. And obviously acceleration of A, B, C will be same, will be this, okay? The next part is that we have to calculate the normal direction. Ab dekho beta. So the shortcut trick here. Dhyan rakho beta, shortcut trick. Okay, so here I will write down the short trick. Shortcut trick is like this. Shortcut trick is like this, that the contact force Fc is equal to, dhyan rakho beta, summation of mass away, sum of masses away from capital F, from external force divided by total mass. Okay, so, or summation of all mass. Okay, so total mass multiplied by external force. Okay, so this is the trick to calculate the contact force. Take it, beta. Ab dhyan rakho beta. Now using this trick we can calculate straight away, or we can do orally as well. Okay. So next is this, that is part B. We have to calculate the contact force. Let's first of all calculate the contact force at the point 1. So F1 implies contact force at the contact 1. Take it, beta. This contact here. So at this point the force is equal to summation of mass away from capital F. So this is the contact here, and mass away from capital F is M2 plus M3 divided by total mass M1 plus M2 plus M3 multiplied by the external force, that's capital F. ठीक है ना बेटा? So at this point mass away is M2 plus M3 divided by total mass M1 plus M2 plus M3 multiplied by external force, that's capital F. Answer. ठीक है ना बेटा? Next we want to calculate the contact force at the point 2. ध्यान रखो बेटा, at point 2. Suppose this point 2, okay? So we want to calculate the contact force at the point 2. So again mass away, that is M3 divided by, there's only one mass away from capital F, that is M3 divided by total M1 plus M2 plus M3 multiplied by capital F. Okay, beta? Suppose that you want to calculate the contact force at this point. Suppose this is a contact point 3. At the contact point 3, F3 you want to calculate. That is simply equal to mass away, which is what? M1 plus M2 plus M3 divided by net mass M1 plus M2 plus M3 multiplied by external force F. So F3 is equal to F as expected. The force here is simply F as expected. Okay, na beta? Okay. Then there's one more point, and that's this, that this force here, this one, this F1 and this F2, this F3. So F3 is greatest among the three. So we can write like this. F3 is, or rather we can compare F1 and F2. So F1 is obviously greater than F2. Okay, na beta? Okay, so there's a short trick. This one, okay? And during problem solving, for example, this question is asked in the NEET, and this question is really asked in the AIPM 2014. Using this trick, we can calculate, we can solve the problem. Simple. Take it, beta. It's easy to calculate acceleration, and then there's a shortcut trick to calculate the contact force. Okay? So pause it, write it down. Okay, so this is the example that is asked in AIPM 2014. These are three different blocks A, B, C. Mass is 10 kg, 6 kg, 4 kg, external force is 100 Newton. Now the question is calculate the force exerted by the A on B. So that means you have to calculate what the force at this contact. So suppose this here contact A or contact 1, we'll have to calculate the contact force at this contact 1. And this contact 2 we can calculate at contact 2, but you are supposed to calculate contact force only at one contact. Okay, na beta? Simple contact force at the point 1 will be equal to mass away divided by total mass multiplied by summation of all those masses that are away divided by summation of all the masses multiplied by the external force. That's the trick. ठीक है ना बेटा? So summation of mass away 6 plus 4 away from capital H away from 100 divided by net mass, that is 10 plus 6 plus 4 multiplied by external force, that is 100. So 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 6 is 16 plus 4 is 20 multiplied by 100. So this and this will cancel. So 2 ones are 2, 5s are 5, 10s 50. So the answer is 50 Newton F1. Okay. And suppose that you are supposed to calculate, if you are supposed to calculate F2, so F2 will be equal to, again, mass away 4 divided by total mass, that is 20, multiplied by external force, that is 100. Okay, so it will be 21s are 20, 25s are, so 5 4s are 20 Newton is the answer. This is F1. Okay, simplest. So this trick is very handy, very important. Okay, so pause screen, write it down. So let's do one more example, and that's like this. These are 4 different blocks. One is 6 kg, 20 kg, 4 kg, 10 kg. Okay. Now the question is calculate the acceleration of the system, and B part is calculate the contact force. Okay. So simple. We have to calculate what? First of all, let's try to calculate the acceleration. So A part acceleration will be simply equal to what? Summation of all the external forces divided by summation of all the masses. So how many external forces? There are only one. That's 100 divided by total mass. Like is 20 plus 10 is 30. 6 plus 4 is 10. So 30 plus 10 is 40. So divided by 40. This and this will cancel. Answer is 2.5 meter per second. So now B part is that you want to calculate what? Contact force. Add the contact 1, add contact 2, add contact 3. So let's calculate. Contact force and contact 1 will be equal to mass away. And how much is mass away? That is 20 plus 4 is 24 plus 10 is 34. So here I will write down 34 divided by total, that's 40. Multiplied by external force, that's 100. You have to solve this yourself. Okay. In the same way, F2 you want to calculate. That will be equal to mass away, that's 10 plus 4 is 14 divided by total 40 multiplied by external force 100. Contact force is the contact 3 and this mass away 10 divided by net 40 multiplied by external force 100. Okay, na beta? You can simplify these, okay, yourself. Okay, I'm sure you can do this. So pause screen, write it down. Okay, ab dhyan rakho beta. So similar question, but in this very case there are two external force, 100 Newton towards right, 50 Newton towards left. Okay, there are 4 different blocks of mass 3 kg, 6 kg, 2 kg, and 4 kg. And the question is same, calculate acceleration and the contact force. So again, first of all, A part is that we have to calculate acceleration. Very easy. Summation of all the external force divided by summation of all the masses. How many external forces are there? Obviously 100 Newton and 50 Newton. So 100 Newton, it will accelerate in this direction because 100 is greater than 50. Okay. So take that force positive, which is in the direction of acceleration. That 100 is to be taken positive and this is to be taken negative. So it will be 100 minus 50 divided by total mass. 6 plus 4 is 10, 3 plus 2 is 5, 10 plus 5 is 15. So that's equal to 50 divided by 15, which is how much? That's equal to 10 divided by 3 meter per second square. Okay, now 3.3 meter per second square. And B part is that we have to calculate now the contact force. At what contact? At the contact number 1. We have to calculate the contact force. Now the shortcut to calculate the contact force is summation of the mass away from the external force divided by summation of the total mass multiplied by the external force. But there are 2 external force, 100 here, another is 50 here. Okay. Now, okay, so this is a bit complicated. Now we want to calculate what contact force at the contact number 1. So F1 will be equal to, now with respect to 100 Newton, let's try to calculate the contact force. Then with respect to 50 Newton, then the summation of the 2 will be the net contact force. So with respect to 100 Newton, mass away is 6 plus 2 plus 4 divided by net, that is 15, multiplied by external force, that is 100. So this is the force if there is only 100 Newton. Plus. Now suppose that, now assume that there is only 50 Newton, there is no 100 Newton. Then the contact force at this point will be equal to mass away. Now 3 is the mass away with respect to 50 Newton. This is the contact point. Now the mass away with respect to 50 is 3. Okay, so that will be here 3 divided by total, that is 15 multiplied by 50. This is the way we do it. Okay, then simplify it yourself. You can do it. Okay, there's no rocket science in it. Or we can do it like this. 6 plus 2 is how much? 8. 8 plus 4 is, that's 12. 12 divided by this is here 5 3s are 15, 5 20s are, so multiplied by 20 divided by 3. Then plus this here 3 divided by this here 5 3s are 15 multiplied by 5 10s are 20. Okay, so that's equal to this here 240 plus 30 divided by 3, that's equal to 270 divided by 3, which is equal to 90 Newton. ठीक है ना बेटा? Let's calculate the contact force at the point 2. ध्यान रखो बेटा, let's calculate contact force at the point 2. Okay, so here I will write down F2. Force at this point, okay, at this very point. So again, now with respect to 100 Newton, first of all, the mass away is 2 plus 4 divided by total mass is 50 multiplied by external force is 100 plus, now with respect to 50, mass away is 3 plus 6, so 3 plus 6 divided by total 15 multiplied by 100. So solve करें F3 contact force at this point. With respect to 100, mass away is 4 kg, so that is 4 divided by total is 15 multiplied by 100. So sorry, here it is multiplied by 50. Okay, plus, now with respect to 50, mass away is 3 plus 6 plus 2. That's 3 plus 6 plus 2 divided by total, that's 15 multiplied by external force, that's 50. Then try this. ठीक है ना बेटा? Okay, यहाँ आप solve कर सकते हैं. Okay, no rocket science. I'm sure that you are following me. Okay, you are getting it. Okay, so simply pause screen and write it down. Okay, so at the end there is a home assignment for you from the booklet number 1, page number 82 onwards. Okay, so from this booklet, page number 82 onwards, NLM, there is last chapter NNM. Okay, so problem number 20, 23, 25, 43, 45, 46. I'm sure you can do this. Okay, for example, suppose that अगर इनमें से कोई problem आपको नहीं आती है, okay, so you can give me feedback on YouTube. Accordingly, I will show the problems in the next lecture. Okay, bye.